How's it going, ladies? Happy Thursday. How are you? How are you? Oh my gosh, so whenever you're catching this, if you're catching the replay or if you're here live with me right now, go ahead and pop a comment in the comment box. Leave me a little heart emoji. I love you. Valentine's Day is coming up. And we're gonna get day 4 of our challenge rocking. So you may have noticed we've had some people falling off. That's okay. That's okay. Life happens. But if you're watching this, you're one of those who is not, and you're sticking with this, and you're doing fucking phenomenal, and you're gonna get a little you're gonna get some extra love and encouragement from me today. And then tomorrow, ladies, tomorrow is like the big party. We're gonna talk about, oh hey Rebecca, I'm so glad you're here. So tomorrow, first off, we're gonna belly dance. We're gonna do some dancing. You don't have to be afraid. You can wear your t-shirt and your baggy clothes, or you can wear sexy lingerie. You're gonna be in your house by yourself probably, and or you can just watch, because really you'll just see me. Hey Rachel! So we're gonna do just some belly dancing. I just want to introduce you. It's something that I have found to be so fun and something that brings me so much joy and just helps me to remember to dance and move my body. And so I'm really excited to share that with you. And it's like a little gift I get to give you and help you to feel inspired and have fun and smile and laugh and giggle. And then we're going to talk about pleasure and fun. Like, what a fun, interesting topic to talk about. So today, we're gonna get into, oh yeah, happy birthday, Rachel. She's got some friends wishing her happy birthday on here. You're amazing. So we're gonna talk about nurturing your body. All right. So, we've heard probably before that your body's like a car and you've got to put good gasoline and oil in your car. Let's see, Teal, hey there. Yeah, you go be with that little girl. Give her extra smooches and chases and tickles for me, and you can catch us later. So what does it mean to nourish your body? It's not, I don't think that we're machines that we need to put oil into. I think that intention's really important. But like you found out yesterday, so I used to preach no carb diets and really regimented health protocols, but kind of a one size fits all protocol. And you know what? It can work. Like I said, we saw amazing things. I think a lot of that was the giftings of the doctor that I was working for too, and his work with the nervous system. Because really, it's like we talked about yesterday, it's like the stress over what you're eating and what you're doing to your body that's going to kill you way faster than the sugar is, than the extra whipped cream on your Starbucks is. So diving in, I think that one of the biggest problems we find is that we have never been taught anything but how to be a drill sergeant in our mind. So imagine that you decide you're gonna do this program. You're gonna work out and do the yoga with Adriene challenge for 30 days, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. And then 2 weeks in, there's you have some event and the weekend gets really busy, and then you're super tired that Monday, and you realize you've missed 3 days of the challenge, and you're like, fuck. Okay, right there is where that drill sergeant voice comes in and goes, you're such a failure, you're such a loser, you're so XYZ. Hurts my heart to say those things, even not purposefully. we start to tell ourselves all these awful things about ourselves and inflict guilt and inflict shame. And, you know, like, that's probably because it's happened before in our life. That drill sergeant voice might sound a lot like maybe your mom's voice, your dad's voice, or like your older sibling's voice. It would give you a really hard time. But you know what? We're adults now, and we get to choose and navigate this mental space and what voices we're listening to, right? So it's like, I call this the guilt cycle, okay? So like we start by feeling really guilty about how we're living, and then we guilt ourselves into doing something. Like, I feel so bad that I am going to work out every day and I'm gonna eat keto or vegan or whatever it is. Like, I'm gonna like do something really extreme. And then it works because we can motivate ourselves with guilt. It does work, but it's usually like a short-term thing because it's not a deep motivator, because it's almost like these outside voices influencing our behavior rather than these internal, inside voices influencing. So instead of working out and eating well and doing all the things you know you should do, because you want to nourish yourself and you want to take care of yourself like a garden, and you want to pour into your own body and your own mind and your own soul so that you can shine in this experience, in this planet. Like, the alternative to that is the guilt, is that drill sergeant, as we go, I am a XYZ because I am this way, therefore I need to change it. So then you're waking up every morning like, I can't wait until I lose that 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I can't wait until I can be that person that's on the other side of the fence, because that's going to make all the difference. That is a good person. That is a person who's worth value. This person right here, to her. Right? Because she can't even stick with a workout regimen, or she can't even stick with a diet to lose the weight that she so badly wants to lose. So it's that, so we can guilt ourselves into doing something, and then we do it, we fall out of it, we hit that 3-day mark, and you realize you haven't done the challenge, and then we have a choice. You can either re-enter the guilt cycle, feel really guilty, really shameful, or you can choose something and then like cycle back through, make some healthy choices because you feel so bad about yourself, and then drop off and then feel super guilty for dropping off. And then we're just living in this guilt cycle, or just shame and guilt all the time. So there's this pivotal moment though, where you find you actually notice, like, okay, I just fell off, and I could guilt myself right now. But what is that gonna do for the next day, week, month? What is that guilt gonna shift you into? It's going to shift you into wanting to feel better at any expense, because it feels awful to identify yourself as a piece of shit, as someone who's lazy, as someone who's not capable, who can't show up for their body or for their life in the way that they want to show up for. We can wallow in that, and feel guilty, or we shift and we decide that we'll offer ourselves maybe some compassion. Like, I heard that woman talk about this, and it seems like actually it's a normal human phenomena that happens. And it's okay to have ebb and flow in your life. And then you can, instead of feeling guilty, you can have a moment where you forgive yourself and you have compassion for yourself, for your immense divine humanness, who's cycling in and cycling out. And guess what, ladies? When we offer ourselves that moment of compassion and that moment of forgiveness, rather than guilting ourselves and stepping back into the cycle, we're not going to feel awful a day later, a week later, a month later. We're going to feel like a little bit of love in our heart rather than feeling this like heavy, wet blanket of guilt on us. We're going to feel a little bit of love. And that little bit of love is going to make it a lot easier to step back into the healthy patterns that you want in your life, that you know are going to lead you to have the body and the lifestyle that you want to have. Are you with me? Are you with me, ladies? Drop a comment, give me a heart. I want to hear from you. How's this sitting with you? Have you been in the guilt cycle? Like, raise of hands. Have you been in the guilt cycle? Girl, ladies, I lived so long in this guilt cycle. When I look back, I feel like I was a shell of who I am now. Like, that's my reflection, and I love that person deeply. I love that person immensely now because she was the one who kept putting one foot in front of the next and kept looking for answers and kept looking for help and was able, and then I was able to achieve and able to uncover this shining light and be able to sit in front of a camera and like talk to people. And be able to work with people to shift their own mindset and their own patterns and the way that they view themselves. To help people build their own inner confidence and their own strength. So, another way of saying this is I want you to look at yourself the way that your dog looks at you. So if you have a puppy at home or maybe a kitty, when you're like up at 10 o'clock at night eating ice cream and like feeling awful, they are gonna be at your side wagging their tail and saying, share with me, I love you, I want to enjoy this moment with you. And they don't care if you might yell and get frustrated sometimes and get upset. The next moment, they're going to sit right at your side and lick your face and lick your tears because they love you. Dogs are such an amazing example of this divine, unconditional love that we can offer one another. But really, that love starts with ourselves. We practice on ourselves by offering ourselves this forgiveness and this compassion and this love over and over again. And then it can pour out into every relationship, into all these different avenues in your life. So, this is easier said than done, right? Like, we said that yesterday. It sounds beautiful to like all of a sudden release your guilt and step into this place of self-love. And the reality is it's possible, but it's some work. We gotta like work that uncomfortable edge. So it takes investment. It takes dedication. It takes a little bit of your energy, a little bit of your time, a little bit of your attention. Can you give yourself those things? Is that something that you're willing to offer yourself in order to be confident and in order to be the person that you know that you are meant to be? So, let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah. I think nourishing ourselves comes down to doing what's best for us in the moment. Nobody else, we talked about this yesterday, nobody else, don't let anybody else shit on you because they don't know. They don't know what's going on right in here, right in here, right in here, that intuition that you feel. You do. And then we choose whether or not we're going to listen or if we're going to put the blinders on. All right, ladies. You are wonderful. You are divine. You are amazing. And thank you so much for being on this epic journey of Confident Me Challenge. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're able to access maybe a little bit different of a perspective, to maybe find a little bit more confidence in listening to your own self and your own intuition? You drop in the comments. And then ladies, tomorrow is going to be really exciting, and we're going to dance, and we're going to like I said earlier, we're going to talk about pleasure, we're going to talk about fun, we're going to talk about rest, like what this other balancing side, like we know moving's good for us. You guys, working out has been like over and over scientifically proven to be as effective as antidepressants for mental health. It's a matter of actually doing it, and that's what I'm here talking to you guys about. But it's like there's things that we can do that are so amazing for us that lead to this fulfilled, purposeful life. And then there's also this really important piece of letting go of control, of allowing yourself to be perfectly imperfect, and to move your body, because it's your body, it's nobody else's. You exist and you live in it, and you can touch it and you can move it, and tomorrow we're gonna dance a little bit in it. Yeah. And there's a little bit, we've talked a lot about discipline. There's a little bit more free of a side that we're going to visit tomorrow. So thank you so much for being here, ladies. I'm so stoked. You are wonderful. You are magical. And I will see you at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for the final day of the challenge. All right, ladies.